Nintendo presents Super Mario World. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. Luke, 23:34. See, I always read that using King James was forgive them, for they know not what they do. But Swiss Motel. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. This looks familiar. Yeah, that didn't work. Sir, your loud banging is waking up all the guests. We're going to have to ask you to leave immediately. M. Reznor, Benjamin. Alright, this is a concept. I'm gonna get to read that box a whole lot. Was the gimmick here just thwomps that follow me, or...? Yeah, they don't follow the exposition, they just follow me. Okay. This is fine. Oh, this isn't fine. What is Mario? I don't know why I thought it was Luigi jumping. This is neat. It's a concept. I never actually played the original Swiss Motel, so I don't know it well enough to really get the parody, I suppose. The homage. Character change supposed to be disabled? You figured, is it supposed to be disabled? Yeah, so if it's using SA1, I'm disabling it right now because I'm just not trusting my SA1 stuff. So it's automatically disabled. But if it's a level that, if it's not SA1, it should just go. But unfortunately, this appears to be SA1. Wait, what? I can't go back? Interesting. Basically, I just need to go back and test my SA1 stuff a lot better. I haven't done it because it hasn't been a project I want to work on. I've been actually making some, like, good behind-the-scenes changes that will not be noticeable to anybody, but are important for me to do at some point. One of them is I actually finally installed Nginx on my Gateway Raspberry Pi, which means I'll have fewer random ports open to the world, which will be nice. For the assorted processes that run all of this nonsense. I know better than that. But that's like something that's not ever going to be seen on stream. Didn't enter the contest, but you certainly had an idea for a level after the contest ended? Oh man. The spirit of the staircase right there, unfortunately. You want to share your idea, or keep it just in case there's another QLDC or related silly contest? Or even just reusable for one of your projects, I suppose. Because, yeah, well, one, I couldn't have entered anyway because I signed up for judging, but I also didn't have any good ideas. I had what I thought was a good idea for the WLDC, but I'm really glad I didn't do it because one of the endings would have involved Mario being sent to Siberia. Which politically just isn't a good look right now. What's up, Joopy? How you doing? Derek and Felicio make a return and come after Minta to complain about his laziness and not getting them the previous QLDC. Okay, that would have been cute. I still want to see those two in something proper. Dang it. Don't have a feel for how that's supposed to... Oh, I understand now. Oh, the madman. Ah! Okay. Yeah. I think one of my random goals for this year is to actually enter some sort of contest on SMW Central. I'm certainly not sure what. The problem is most of the ideas I come up with are just extended shitposts, and I don't think as staff I should do that. Finally, Swiss Motel. Yep. Got the idea for something if it happens. You and Jazzman collabing? Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, man. Yeah, I've heard of this infamous level. I think I've seen, I want to say Nope Contest play through it on stream at one point. But I've never actually played it, so I have no idea, really. I think it's more infamous for its, like, vertical sections. I don't know why I keep thinking that. It's actually very fun to enter contests and do nothing but shitpost. You should do it. What's up, Devin? How you doing? I'll consider that advice in the future. I'll consider it. Basically, I need an idea that's actually good enough, a good enough shitpost. Like, certainly having like a Mode 7 rotating dick butt is not a good WLDC. Not to say, not WLDC, Overworld Design Contest level. Some combination of those letters. Not that that was my concept. But that's one channel I've been enjoying watching, mostly for Dev Azure's stuff, because he's been producing something kind of interesting. Ah. MD was something of a shitpost, but also a serious attempt to get original Yoshi's Do Not Steal. Got mildly butthurt. I enjoyed it. But again, I really do enjoy hacks that either take their story not remotely seriously or actually put some effort into it. Like, either make Mario say, oh shit, I forgot to buy tomatoes at the grocery store, or actually put work into it. Please don't make me rescue the princess again. No feminist message here, I'm just tired of rescuing the princess. And reading that looks like Bowser's at it again line. But I can see why people... I didn't realize, like, Yoshi OCs were that much of a thing. Apparently, so I actually use Twitter two different ways. I have it logged in using a extension called Good Twitter, which forces it to chronological and kind of removes an awful lot of the re-engagement stuff Twitter tries to do on my personal laptop. But on my work laptop, I'm logged in, but I don't have that extension installed. So I see things very differently if I use it at work. And based upon your likes, it's giving me an awful lot of... or based upon my likes, it occasionally just drops Yoshi fan art. And I'm like, I did not realize this was that much of a thing. But given that most of the people I follow on Twitter I follow for random art, yeah, it works out well enough. To be fair, most of them are Japanese, so I can't understand what they're actually writing, but yeah. One of those things where I stop thinking about the level, I suddenly do a little bit better. One day I'll get through there without getting hit. So this is... wasn't ready. Whew. Agree about level stories, yeah. They aren't as far as you know... they aren't as far as you know outside of the Yoshi community itself. Oh, you mean the characters specifically? I just mean that in general, like, as a venue of fan art. Like, we all know about the Sonic character stuff. I know that the My Little Pony people did a lot. This is not a flattering comparison, I just realized. But basically, in any given fandom, where there is a template of some sort, you will get a certain number of original fan characters, and that was just not something I was aware of for Yoshi's. Like, I imagine there must be other ones, like maybe Birdos? Like, I wouldn't be surprised to know that there's a whole bunch of, like, fan Birdos. I think I made a mistake letting him live. Oh god, I hate baseballs. Ah, okay. Favorite level you've seen so far is in the 72 Kaizo, level about the Milkman. Much more uncommon than Yoshi. Not surprised. You talking about the Milkman from Psychonauts, or some sort of platonic Milkman? Platonic ideal of Milkman? Or I guess there's that one webcomic that used to have a Milkman in it that was all copy and paste. Yeah, copy and paste art, I guess there's no better way to put that. I forgot the name of it. But mildly popular in the 90s. An awful lot of those webcomics are gone now, anyway. was literally a level just about milk. Fair enough. Goes from most to least. Koopa, like Yoshi, Koopa, Troopa, Koopaling, Toad, Birdo. Huh, I would've thought... Yeah, I guess actually that makes sense. I'm surprised Toad is that far down. Again, being a relatively simple template character. Makes me kind of want to, like, do a survey and come up with an absolute ordering. Some sort of weird political science sort of paper, or a sociology paper there. More Koopas than Yoshis. I mean, the simple way to do this would be, like, go to DeviantArt and search for Yoshi versus Koopa or something, and use that as the basic heuristic. But that wouldn't actually tell you if it was OCs or not. I love that there's a simple solution to this one. Nope. Go to your friendly community, Yoshi furries aren't seen as actual furries. Some more traditional furries get funny. Oh, furry dramas is something. I think that's one of the few things that's guaranteed to always be the case. There will always be some amount of drama in assorted furry things. I mean, technically, Yoshis are probably scaly, aren't they? But, you know, that's very, very silly distinction. No matter where you go, drama. Oh, it's true. It's true. Some people just seem to enjoy that kind of thing. I enjoy observing it. I do not enjoy participating in it. Which is why you see me post very little. Pretty much any venue I'm in. The old adage of, something about speaking less than listening more, speaking less, or something. Yeah. No, gotta go a little bit earlier. You'd assume Yoshis are scaly, but you never know anymore. It's true. I guess until the new Mario movie comes out, we won't know, because our previous information was based upon the previous Mario movie, and we all know how good that movie is. I was looking up Goomba Clip, because I need to do that for a moderation recently, and Orkabin told me that was the way to go for that particular obstacle, because I was just like, what the hell do I do here? I have a Goomba and nothing. And of course, if you look at Goomba Clip, you don't find a wonderful video made by somebody in the community explaining how to do one. No, you find clips of the Mario movie, where Goombas are weird reptile, or weird, like, bouncer-looking dudes with tiny reptile heads. I have no idea who came up with that idea, but man, it's a terrible one. Like, I remember watching that movie as a kid and thinking it was actually pretty good, but it isn't. It just isn't. Think about lowering your expectations. And always moving at a constant rate. The spherical Mario moves at an approximate rate. Yep. Cautiously optimistic. I mean, after the previous Sonic movie being pretty good, I mean, it seems like it might be the era of not bad video game movies. Those spawn differently, dang it. Wasn't Mario movie supposed to be something unrelated? They just slapped Mario on it? That might be the case. I honestly don't know. The only thing I know is that, like, pretty much all the people involved were blitzed during most of the production. Like, they even had a problem. I think Mario or Luigi, like, broke his leg during filming of some scene, and so for the rest of the movie, like, Luigi just doesn't really move in scenes or something like that. That's, like, the one thing I know about that movie, outside of, like, the vague plot that I remember from watching it as a child. That, and of course, that Mario's name is Mario Mario, and Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is the only bit of lore they need to keep from that movie. There we go. sometimes these get more out of sync. Okay. Run through this. Then there's 3 of these. And then this is where I panicked and didn't know what to do. There we go. You know, I half expected that, like, to layer to me or something. Can I go back through here? No. Gotta try and find secrets where they can be found. Oh, fast pipe. Was not expecting a fast pipe. Didn't we just do this gimmick a minute ago? Alright, well, whatever. Okay. You know, I'm digging the second part a bit more, but I really love the rooms with pipes as a gimmick. In general. Oh. I have a worse feeling about this. I remember this from the last QLDC. Well, actually, no, it was the inverse of this, now that I think about it. Alright. It is beverage time. Terrified for the new Mario movie because of the random generic celebrity choice. Yeah, I don't like it nearly as much as bringing in the standard voice actors. Pretty sure Nintendo's contradicting themselves, probably. He doesn't have a last name, Mario. Evil Room, I agree. Fun fact, the Earth is made of 70% water. It's uncarbonated, so it's technically flat. Oh. Where do you get these? Sub fries. Sometimes I wonder. Remember when the Flat Earth Society was, like, just completely some sort of weird joke? But I remember it very differently than it turned out. The thing I remember about that is, like, they decided, like, that particular webpage I read about it on claimed that, like, Ohio didn't exist or something even nuttier than what they apparently believe. Like, the Earth is flat, but you can travel between the 7 points of the Earth. It was very time-cubey. But clearly not time-cube. Because that man, you know, he knew what he was talking about. The 7-side simultaneous days, etc. 4-sided simultaneous days. His website went offline. Now people can't enjoy the majesty of Time Cube in its fullness. Okay. Because really, I just need the ones to climb. You know, I don't know what I'm doing there. Finland does not exist as a popular joke category. Mostly Moped. Could have been that. What's down the rabbit hole on Time Cube? Favorite is that birds aren't real. Birds aren't real. That is a weird conspiracy. Yeah, I never watched the video. I just remember being linked to it back in the day because there were a million websites that were dedicated to here's something weird someone put on the internet. And Time Cube was certainly a popular one amongst that set. Very specific aggregators as opposed to general ones like Reddit. Or Boing Boing, bizarrely enough. I was looking up that pizza thing I was telling you about, Faro. There was a MMO that would let you order pizza from inside the game, and it was in fact EverQuest. And it wouldn't actually let you order pizza, it would just, like, open up a web browser to Pizza Hut. So, less cool than I thought. Could have been so much more. So better integrated. But nope. Also, I got my pizza, but it wasn't very good. One of the local pizza places, their quality's been going downhill a bit since, I don't know, since a few years ago. Probably should stop ordering from them, honestly. Ah! Well, at least... Nope! At the bottom. Can't believe we managed to uncover these ROM hacks from 9,950 years ago. It's true. Though their providence is questionable. How you doing, TJB? Oh yeah, no, the TimeCube stuff is amazing. My personal favorite thing to come out of that entire thing is the phrase educated stupid, which he insists everyone is because they do not recognize the four-sided simultaneous day cube, etc. I don't know why I keep thinking I can bowl through. Thank you for the good luck. This level was really cool. This part was really cool until I got to the coin maze. Didn't we cover, like, coin mazes aren't fun, like, 10 years ago, 15, maybe longer, on, like, Proton John's channel, back when he still played Mario ROM hacks? Like, to be fair, in terms of game design, mazes typically aren't fun. There are some people who enjoy them. And a good logic maze can actually be kind of enjoyable. But straight up solving a maze typically is really boring. Or something you expect to do if you're stuck at like a Shoney's and have nothing to read, and your phone's not charged, you have nothing to read but the children's placemat. Or whatever is a maze that's designed to be solved in crayon. Come on. Nope. You gotta be careful. I think it's gonna help my plan. I would have if I'd done the dance there better. Dang it. What's up, Fall Circus? Don't get you started on mazes. You played We Were Here last night. I think I caught either the very end or the very beginning of that and ended up wandering out because I think you guys were having technical difficulties. And by that I mean I didn't see any gameplay, so I have no idea what the game's actually like. Back. Go. I like this room. I need to stop just running through them. Feel the thwomp running through you. But yeah, I think mazes aren't fun is something that they discovered in the text adventure game community like a million years ago, and it just took people a while to figure out that they were right. There is, of course, the classic, you are stuck in a... how did that go? You're in a twisty maze of passages all alike or something is the mimetic phrase. But I digress. I know where the holes are, I just need to... Oh, I dropped by for a few minutes. I didn't actually get to watch anything, it just seemed like there was nothing happening, so I left and did something else. I don't actually remember what I did. I was busy working, so it wasn't actually much of watching. The sort of working and lurking thing that I do occasionally, more during the day than otherwise. Like, for Faro's stream, I was actually pretty busy working on stuff. For work. Ah! I hate it when you just barely glance it. Completionist. If I ever put one of these in a ROM hack, I'm also including an achievement system, so I can give people an achievement for actually bonking everything. Even though it's a terrible idea. Just the little maze of passages all different. A little maze of twisty. No, I think I'm good. I don't need to go back into the standard cave adventure. Though apparently Ken and Roberta Williams of King's Quest and other Sierra game fame are working on a VR version of the OG Colossal Cave Adventure. And that might be enough to make me get a VR thing, because that sounds like it could be cool. I've only ever played 2 games in VR. Beat Saber, which, yeah, that's a good game, I don't think I have to say more. And Myst, which is interesting in VR, and I don't think I care for it in VR, compared to playing it on a desktop. But I can see what they're going for. I think it's a nice way to introduce people to that particular game. I think it's probably the game I bought. Probably the single game most... I bought more copies of that game than any other game, I think. Honestly. Even though I've never actually finished it. Just between, like, random Humble Bundles, and I bought the VR copy for my nephew's VR headset thing. Because I wanted to play it. So... he gets a free copy of Myst. Platinum achievement. Beat Kaizo Bowser 3. Is anyone still doing that? Like, that was a big, like, thing people were busy doing. Like, people were having a lot of fun doing a while ago. And I don't think I've seen anybody do a stream of that in a while. Okay, I need a better plan than going in there and bonking all the boxes. Need a way better plan. I really hope there's not a whole lot more after that, if I have to keep doing that room over and over. Sonic and Knuckles. You know what? You're not wrong. That's fair. I forgot I have 20 copies of Sonic and Knuckles. You'd think that'd be a hard thing to forget. But here we are. I still need to finish that write-up and, like, make clips. I've been meaning to install, like, an actual video editor so I can make those appropriately. Because as it stands, the only way I can edit video is using FFmpeg on the command line or using Python to drive it. And while that's very nice and all for scripting, it's not very good when you want to make nice little clips. So, I was going to install Kid and Live on my laptop, but it's like, no, your macOS version's too old. Like, I'm okay with that. I can live with that. I have to install it on some other piece of hardware. It's always weird when you get one of those clips. Well, that's not a clip, that's the actual spot. Okay, in order to do this, I think I need to do up the rights, like the right half. Aside from the first one, I don't think I've actually made any real progress on that room. Go. Just kiss it, why don't you? No, come on. Does Shotcut have a decent Mac version? I have no idea. I haven't actually done anything video editing-wise that isn't completely command-line driven since Premiere was the piece of software to use. Not using Windows Movie Maker. Kind of hard to do on Mac OS, but it might be doable. I guess if I had an old enough version, I could just run under Wine. I was actually using Windows 98 Paint to edit things the other day. I copied Windows 98 Paint off of my Windows 98 machine disk, and was using that to do some light graphic editing. That was pleasant. I rather enjoy Windows 98 when I get the chance to use it. Official up-to-date. Okay, I might take a look at that. But my problem is, like, I'm using an older version of macOS because I'm incredibly lazy, and macOS updates tend to be the worst. Like, they tend to make everything just worse. Like, Windows does too, but macOS did it more often. So my most recent, like, work machine is a Mac as well, and, you know, it's using the most recent up-to-date Mac, and I had to, like, train it on user permissions and make it so Python could access my home directory, and I'm like, I don't want any of that. I just want it to Unix. Like, please don't try that hard to protect me from myself. I know at least vaguely what I'm doing. Windows 98 is cathartic. It is true. Silly hacks. I don't know if I could even call that a hack. Like, using Wine is not that bad. I think I've used wine for at least 2 or 3 applications I run relatively regularly. One is tea, because tea is amazing. It's basically a fancy regex searching program that is good for solving word puzzles, and I use it for the mystery hunt and other puzzles like it. Dang it. Even has an AMD 64 version? Oh, that's pretty nice. I'm not quite to that level of macOS yet. I asked about that at work, and my boss is using one of those. Like, dude, you don't want this yet. So, in fact, the one I'm using is a hand-me-down from him, which was still an improvement over my like 4-year-old Mac from before, when I just started work. Docker was having problems running out of memory, which shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever used Docker. Had to keep upping it. Okay. Pulling over MS Paint from 98 is what you call a hack. I think that's, I mean, I guess in the colloquial term, yeah, I suppose. I mean, in this case, I literally just yanked the drive because it's on a compact flash disk. Squiggles did a really good job with the Squiggle box, just because, like, I can do that easily. And one thing I've actually done several times, because I'm vaguely worried about Windows 98 malware sometimes. So I've just like made images of the disk itself. So in the event that I have to re-image it, not a big problem. Just like 15 minutes and bam, it's done. Downside is at some point I'll have to replace the compact flash disk, but you know, ultimately that's not that bad of a thing to have to do. Okay. Oh, I was so close. Shout out to FFmpeg command line video editing though. Made your OBS Stinger transition using Bash, FFmpeg, Python, and ImageMagick. Oh, those are really good. ImageMagick is such a fantastic but awful tool. Like, security-wise, it's a nightmare. But damned if you can't do anything you ever want to do onto an image using a command line, just set of operations on convert or whatever ImageMagick program you need to use. It is so good at what it does if you learn how to use it. MPEG too, FFmpeg also. The problem, of course, is actually learning the commands to make FFmpeg do anything. And yes, I should know you should just look at the man page. But still, really nice tools. I've been using FFmpeg for like 2 or 3 things over here for a long time too. So in fact, one of the problems I was trying to diagnose earlier, which is why I didn't end up implementing some silly things for this stream today. I have to focus a little more than talk about technical stuff. You know better when crossing over up there. Was that my timing code was off because I didn't start the prior stream with a hack event. Which sounds silly, but that's exactly how it tends to work. I usually start with a ROM hack, and then it coalesces the title information. I could take a while to explain it, but basically it produced a whole bunch of YouTube videos that were like 2 minutes off from where they needed to be. And so I looked at this and I'm like, wait a second, no, the problem isn't that I care about the first event, the problem is I care about when the Twitch stream starts. And so I readjusted my time stuff and it should work now. But that code is a nightmare to use or work with just because everything is done in like 3 different time formats. And it has to be that way because there's like relative times, absolute times, and they're in different formats. And it's just a nightmare. But you know, it works like 90% of the time, so I can't complain. Shouldn't have walked that way. Ha! I got all of them! Read the manual. Yeah. Look, I got all of them. That's a moral victory regardless. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get a feel, finally starting to get a feel for that run. But But yeah, it should work. It should work. But the other key thing was I had to start my stream before midnight, or else it would do more broken things. So weird constraints. Or the curse of custom code, you make it so perfect for yourself that even you can't use it all the time right. I guess the other funny thing about this was I went and looked at the Lunar Magic versions people were using, because you can kind of just extract it from the BPS files by using grep. And pretty much everyone's on a modern version. I'm kind of surprised. For OLDC, there was a really huge split of modern versions and slightly less modern versions. It makes sense that people would use the more modern version now, because why would you use an old version for a new contest? I'm kind of surprised there weren't any people who are just like stubbornly adhering to like, nah, I want my Lunar Magic 2 point whatever. It's certainly something I would do, just out of laziness, you know. Don't upgrade when ain't broke, especially if you're working on a hack. It can be kind of it can be dangerous to upgrade things. I don't know how dangerous it is for Lunar Magic. People took OLDC theming to heart. That is true. That is very true. Really like the fact that like one person used like a truly ancient version and another person just forsook it entirely. They're just like, nah, I don't need Lunar Magic. I'll just put some bytes, ASAR it up. Which was really cool, but probably not the best use of their time for a contest. I thought that his level was fine, I just didn't think it was that great. Had some weird problems. Why'd I do that? LM upgrades are usually not problematic at all. Interesting. Recent memory, there was one with 3.0 breaking stuff. I guess especially with contests, there's not a whole lot of reason to worry about like old stuff unless you have a base ROM that you've been using. I imagine an awful lot of people have like base ROMs they kind of drag between projects, and I think about it. I wonder if it'd be possible, like, fingerprint who did what. Screwed up on that transition. Ha! Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, actually, this isn't so bad. Ah, okay, maybe it is so bad. It's almost like we already did this joke. No. Oh, God. Oh, are you kidding me? Not this! Okay. Drink break. Okay. And catch up with streams. Chat. Upgrades not problematic at all. Recent time in memory was 3.0, breaking a bunch of stuff. And ROMs that use custom sprites. Okay. Breaking vanilla gold tapes. Use community-based ROMs, relative to the LDC-based ROM. ROM races one's pretty common. This is much of a questionable stream without the advertisements. I'm tempted to turn them on for a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Wish there was an open source video editor with the performance, feature set, and polish of OBS. Also, how you doing, Max? You paid good channel points to advertise your OC image folder? That is true, I did look at the OC image folder. I had forgotten that Rock Gal existed, because I'd read that back on Angel Fire a million years ago. At least I think it was Angel Fire, maybe like Fortune City. It might have moved a bit. But it was definitely like, oh, I remember that. That was a thing that existed. So, nice trip down nostalgia lane and nothing else. So yeah, for context, for like the 3 people who weren't there for April Fool's Day, I always sell out on April Fool's Day in some way, shape, or form. So the first time I rigged up the world's worst text-to-speech system and played vaporwave games, claiming that my market research demonstrated that was what Twitch streams are supposed to be like these days. Nope. And then the next year I played anime games and claimed that anime and VTubers were the future and had Hatsune Miku as my TTS. I like Miku enough that I ended up keeping her around as my TTS. though that took an awful lot of fixing later. And then this year, I actually sold ad space on my Twitch stream. Like, I had ads playing, and you could have them spawn with sounds. We had like, congratulations, you won! A few people actually sprung for that. You could buy them with channel points. You just upload a banner, pick a URL for it, and off to the races. So, easy money. Yeah, that's what the banner was for. I didn't end up like getting anything good, so for QLDC, I just ended up taking a screenshot of the prior QLDC banner, and I just uploaded the SMW Central banner that was available on April 1st, and used that. I probably should just have rigged up as a chat command to show off all the ads. So once I die again, I will totally do that. Daizo made a bunch of them. He did a really, really good job. Furrow made one that was also pretty cool. I'm tempted. What entry is this, and also what order I'm playing? It is random order, and this number is 26. And yeah, that's not going to work. I don't even know what it's going to do. It's probably going to like crash. Oh, it says like saw Eckers. Of course it does. I can't brain. That's what I was doing. There's all the ads. Alright, let's see. It is currently... I mean, the thing about the ads is it's just so... It is kind of ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted. In fact, what I'm actually tempted to do is like a future thing is make it a channel points thing to turn on the ad view for a bit. Provided I'm in the right mode for that, so like SNES game or better. Because it is a little bit painful to set up for other stuff. Because I have to turn on the other capture device properly for that. But I haven't ever, like, I got the WebSocket stuff for OBS installed like a million years ago, and I never did anything with it. Which isn't ideal. Given what a headache it was to install. I think they made it easier in later versions, but in the early versions of the WebSocket stuff, it was painful. Can't have ads below Commander Kern. I really should have an ad for my puzzles. I really should clean up the puzzles from this year's Christmas hunt and put them on the website. The answer is yes, but I'm not sure how I would implement that properly with the WebSocket thing. Like, basically, I'd need to like dupe the current. Well, that's the other problem with that plan. It pollutes the message bus horribly. Basically, there's a lot of pieces I'd need to fix for that to work properly, for that to be like a channel points reward thing. I can assure you that's not what I'm going to work on tomorrow. But tomorrow, I think I might fix up so that we can have the number on screen, because it's not on screen and that bugs me. So I'd have to choose between the Mario overlay, which isn't going to work too well for an awful lot of these, just SA1. I'm still needing to run that through its paces and haven't done that, even though I said I would do that in the relatively near future. Or chat. So I just need to construct a new HTML page for this. And honestly, it's one of those, like, I could solve this in such an elegant way by building, like, a framework of components and blah, 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 and at which point I realized, no, Pat, not being paid for this. Don't do that. How many entries have I beaten and judged? I want to say it's about, like, 8. It's not that many. I don't know if I picked the, like, really difficult ones on accident, or just the difficulty of these is a lot higher. Not to mention, I had a few unfortunate instances of crashes that were my fault, and resets that were Fedora's yesterday. I'm gonna be stuck in this room for a while. But I've written, like, preliminary notes. I haven't actually finished judging them. I need to put that more into a format that I can put into the spreadsheet. because I don't really like working in the medium of spreadsheet unless I'm using... Fair point. Just playing for 5... I don't think I said it was hot garbage. I think I said it wasn't for me. Crap. Speaking of crashes... Sometimes... I think I probably should not have that on. I might need to turn that off for this contest, just because of the length of some of these levels. In fact, I did turn it off for one of the levels last night, just because I reached a point where I'm like, if I have to go back and do the first part of this level again, I am not going to be a happy camper. That was an interesting one where you had to use L and R to control Mario, and it was starting to hurt my hands by the time I got to the end of it. Like, really cool concept, but my hands were hurting, so... This is true, not all lost progress is from crashes. But it is my fault, yes. That is true. I did actually ask about 7. It turns out there is more of it. I don't know how much of it I want to try and beat without tools, because the beginning is just like 8 Hammer Bros, while 2 Hamari Orbs try to molest you. Or attack you. I've been listening to a Scottish book, and so there's an awful lot of archaic usages in there. Actually, I finished it today. It was interesting when it finally came to its conclusion. It was a book by Robert Louis Stevenson, best known for apparently Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, didn't know that. And of course, Treasure Island. But he is very Scottish, and the reader is very Scottish for that audiobook. It was definitely an interesting thing to listen to. Mario World Jungle Climber. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I would turn on, like, some sort of star invincibility or always cape or something to get past the part that's completely BS. Like, especially for this sort of thing, I reserve the right to, if I want to see parts, to use tools. My tools, specifically, not just, like, save states. Because I don't think save states would help me too much there. Especially not the way they're implemented for SD to SNES. And of course, save states don't work on SA1. So even if I wanted to, I could not save my save state myself out of some of the situations here. Okay, walk, that's 1. 3. Ah. I guess this would actually be free if I could get to the end with that mushroom, and I could just jump through the football man. I think part of it is there's like just a beat that I don't quite get with these guys falling sometimes. Nope. There we go. But it's kind of like Kaizo. Once you do something once, it's not that hard to repeat it, usually. Wait, there's 2? Why are there 2 there? Alright, whatever. Okay. We'll definitely catch up with chat in a minute now that we've caught up to the midway. Keep walking to this room and forgetting what I'm doing. Maybe I can't talk and actually do this room at the same time. Like, I just need to focus on one thing at a time. Oh wait, I have a second mushroom. That was a lousy way to lose that in this level. Nope. Playing the randomized Judge Zip in another randomized order. Yep! Somehow it amuses you how Mario can have a buzzsaw embedded in his skull, and as long as his hat is below the center of it, it's fine. Almost enough to request the game, but don't know if you want to save it for VIP or have fun seeing you play Dungeon Keeper. Dungeon Keeper is a cool game, isn't it? Like, that's like a real-time strategy-ish game where you build dungeons and stuff. I remember seeing that as a kid and thinking that looked so cool. So I can tell you I'm biased towards a specific result, but anyway, like randomization, I don't know, I just happen to already be doing randomization stuff for WLDC. I might change my mind to like go in reverse order of things I haven't played yet, which probably would be smarter. Because people like want to know when theirs is going to come up, and my random policy is terrible for that. Like, you're never going to know. There we go. Finally got the crossover. At least I can slowly walk Mario to that pipe. I'm gonna be curious to find out who made this one, because this is pretty clever. It definitely feels like a style I've played before. But I'm not gonna make any guesses, because my guesses are always wrong. So. I guess for WLDC, I could have made some pretty good guesses about whose was who, assuming I hadn't already seen some of them. When will I be playing Entry 69? I believe soon. I believe I've got it slotted for after 420. Panicked. There we go. There we go. Hi. Gotta calm down. Find my center of Mario. Oh god. I just thought of a terrible speedrun category. Just race through all the QLDC nonsense. Like, every single level individually would be such a ridiculous category. Yeah, like, I think when I get hit, they stop syncing up the way that they did at the beginning. So things get different after I get hit. Maybe? No? One of those things I always have trouble telling is whether or not the cycles are lining up. Also another random thought. I wonder if I could get Dungeon Keeper to run on the Windows 98 machine. How old is Dungeon Keeper? Like, it must be a Windows game, so it probably will run better. DOS stuff's pretty hit or miss. One of those things that I found forever ago when I was trying to get a Sierra game to work is that in order to get the Sound Blaster to properly start, you have to like clear a register and then manually wait like 40 milliseconds. Like, that's the protocol. You actually just have to have a sleep for 40 milliseconds. And I was just kind of gobsmacked that like this is what they came up with. You can't pull a register, you just have to wait 40 seconds after strobing. Like, it certainly saved something on the way back, but it's not like the ISA interface didn't offer, like, good options. Just kind of curious what led them to that design decision. pad, I don't need that one. Nope, I do need that one. Have to play on 2 different emulators and consoles due to required NU switch. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. Play them both at the same time using a single controller. I still think that concept could have been really cool. Oh wait, no! I missed the bus. But it's one of those things where the level itself would have had to be so cool in order to make people not annoyed at moving emulators. Digressing, and I don't like it. Eep. Okay. There we go. You just can't relax in this level, like, ever. You have the stupidest idea? Alright, lay it on me. Idle, Clicks Finder, third game multi-world. Oh wait, what? I just realized that was a thing. That was a reward, request. Huh. I guess I'll have to see how that works. I know about one of them, I don't know about the other one. That would be interesting to rig up. Yeah, Archipelago is like the multi-world thing. Like it's basically what I wanted to eventually build with the SMW RPG thing. But they've done it, and it's better than what I probably would have written. In the sense that it's accessible to people. So I will have to consult with you on that one. I'm not going to I'm not like vetoing, I'm just saying like I don't know about the tech for that. So I'll just have to take a look first. God, I have to walk back now. That wasn't smart. I should never, ever, ever set myself up that way. Minesweeper multi-world, relatively simple to get up and running. I mean, it's the thing where I'm trying to do like 3 things. If I have to capture them off the same PC, that might be a problem. But I also don't have to capture them off the same PC, I guess. I can do HDMI capture, so technically I can get more than one computer involved. But I only have one HDMI capture. I'm thinking here. I'm intrigued. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Checks Finder is just Minesweeper? What, really? That is... Okay, I can play Minesweeper. That was the other thing, is I just didn't know what it was. That definitely answers that question, right? Idle... Yeah, I'd have to take a look at the list. I guess theoretically, it might be possible to do with, like, Link to the Past. I don't know Link to the Past that well. I don't know what other randomizers it supports that I have any knowledge of how to play. So I feel when it comes to randomizers, you should at least come into it with some knowledge of the game. Other people disagree, and it's totally legit. Remember, Fawful saying that he basically never played Link to the Past and only played the randomizer. Which is an interesting way to go. But I did play Link to the Past like a couple years ago. I still have the channel points incentive stuff rigged up for that. I just wanted to test it on the randomizer because I need to detect if it's the randomizer because it uses the JP font set instead. And I fixed it all up, but I never got around to testing it. So, left the third game on. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at Archipelago and see if there's anything in there. Because, like, the only randomizer I have any experience playing for more than, like, a few minutes... I've beaten 2 randomizer seeds on stream. Well, two games that do randomizers on stream. One is Mario RPG, obviously, since I worked on that one. And the other was the Final Fantasy V one, which was interesting. I know Final Fantasy V pretty well. That would have been a perfect time to go. But if, like, the options are restricted to things like Link to the, like, Zeldas, effectively, or Metroids. I guess if there's, like, a Fusion one, or Zero Mission. I remember Zero Mission pretty well. I just have to look at the list, so maybe I'll pull up the list in a minute. Maybe try to find the most, like, inappropriate third one. I can assure you right now, if I could drop a save state after this room, I would. Got nicked. Okay, finally. Oh, I didn't like that. Yes. Okay. Oh, right. No! Always advocate for SMRPG for it. Obviously, OOT due to the amount of checks. I have never played any of the 64 Zeldas. I mean, I've only played 2 Zeldas. Link to the Past and Zelda and the Windfish. Play musical instruments for some reason. Although technically I did play the CDI, one of the CDI Zeldas for about 5 minutes at a service merchandise, which is kind of like Sears. But don't. It's kind of like an IKEA and a Sears together. Which is to say that it went out of business a long time ago. But it was like one of the first like warehouse concept stores where like they keep all the stuff in the back and just have like demo units out front that you can take a look at, as opposed to you pick up your own stuff. Which is why I say it's like IKEA. But it was like a Sears in the sense that you bought normal stuff there and not stuff that has an awful lot of punctuation and letters I can't pronounce. I know I've missed out on a few good games. I've definitely heard that a few times. I've heard Breath of the Wild is fantastic. Oh, I did play 5 minutes of the one where, like, Link is a wolf. I think that was on the Wii. That was weird, because Link was a wolf. But I didn't get to the point where he wasn't a wolf anymore, so, like, that's as far as I got. It was 5 minutes. You know, you don't actually get any progress done in a game like that in 5 minutes. Might have played that longer than I played the CDI Zeldas, the kiosk and this merchandise. Pretty sure it was the Zelda, the Link one, not either of the Zelda ones for that particular thing. I cannot not pay attention. Yeah, they're cool games. I just haven't played much of them. Like, I kind of almost want to play enough of a Metroid to play one of the crossover ones. Because I know Desi's has had a lot of fun with the NES one. I imagine the SNES one's pretty fun too. Or Z3L3 or whatever it's called. Z1M1. Z1M1 is just technologically really cool. Because it all works in one single ROM file. No Lua scripts, it just works. To be fair, I think Z1 or Z3 M3 does the same thing, but on the SNES it seems a bit easier to me than the NES, because the NES is just more constrained. I know Fistbit told me it was a happy coincidence that it actually worked at all. Something to do with mappers. Is there a Metroid 2 Link's Awakening? I don't think so. Yeah, that room is pretty awful. Like I said, I think I probably would have dropped a save state past that room if I could, but because of the fact that this is SA1, I can't. Not with this implementation. But yeah, the Game Boy is also pretty constrained in terms of its, like, resources, the sorts of mappers you can actually use. There's not, like, that many mappers. Looked into it once because I was interested in doing something with Pokemon. And there's only, like, 4 official mappers? Super is clearly 3 according to the Game Start. Oh, it's Metroid 2 Super Metroid. No, it's the third one. There's one on the Game Boy that they remade recently that made it better, but it's still not, like, great. It's probably pretty good for the Game Boy, but the problem is it's for the Game Boy. Like, I spent some decent time playing the Samus's Return or whatever the particular thing was called, but ultimately I did not feel the need to finish it. Because I kept having to fight the same, like, 3 or 4 unevolved Metroids, or evolving Metroids, over and over, and it just got tiresome. Like, sometimes Nintendo gets very obsessed with, like, oh man, this one boss monster is really cool, I guess we'll make you fight 500 of them. Would have lived. No! Oh my god! And that's kind of what Metroid 2 does, is you fight the same boss monster 400 times. Yeah, Super Metroid's one I haven't played in probably 20-odd years. I played that on ZSNES back in the day. It would be nice to play it on an actual console and not a keyboard. An inch too close. Metroid is cool, but hard because it looks the same and has no map. Yeah. I've never played the original Game Boy one for more than a few minutes, so... But I can say I did not enjoy, even with the addition of the map, like, things like the... like Electro Ball or whatever makes you hold onto walls. That's not that much fun to do in practice, because basically it means you have to climb the walls of every single room to try and find secrets. Which is sort of like the must bomb every available surface that you have to for other Metroid games, but somehow worse. I wish I hadn't gone this way. Like, I think that room would be fine if it wasn't 3 layers. I think if it was only 2, I wouldn't mind it so much. But you get so close to the thwomps at the top. Wonder how... Oh, God! You get so busy dodging thwomps, you don't even stop to think, man, there's probably something else I should be doing. There we go. The fact that it's followed by, like, 3 more rooms of the same thing, like, an extra midway would have been nice after the coin room. Pretty not good there. I feel like maybe I should just try and do it with fewer blocks, but I also know that my attempts at doing that has not been all that great either. Okay, can't save state? Okay, so on the SD to SNES, you can save state as long as it's not using extra fancy special chips. The problem being is that there's an awful lot of internal state that's not easy to capture. To be fair, it's all on the FPGA side, so there's no reason, technically no reason I don't think you could capture it properly, but the way that the save state's implemented on the SD to SNES is purely in software. So what it does is it hooks NMI and then basically just copies out the contents of memory and knows that because NMI happened, the registers are in a consistent state that it can work with. Probably has to copy some other registers too, like make sure things are in the proper mode. But anyway, so basically it just copies memory for that. And it doesn't seem to want to do that with SA1. That's really the long story short. And this is using SA1, and I can tell because the red light is constantly glowing. Whereas when I'm not using SA1, it glows occasionally. And what the red light means, effectively, is that the on-chip RAM is being written to by the SNES. Because the SA1 comes with a big hunk of shared RAM, and some unshared RAM too, just for good measure, so that it can do its own calculations and stuff. Probably should explain what the SA1 is. The SA1 is an enhancement chip that's in certain Nintendo carts that basically is a faster, somewhat better version of the chip that's inside the CPU that's inside the Super Nintendo. And it comes with some of its own memory, as I said, and a few other nifty little tricks. I think it has some extra multipliers and dividers and stuff like that inside. Some decompression stuff, some DMA stuff. But it's used in a few select games. Super Mario RPG is probably the one that most people would know of. I don't personally know any other ones, but since Victor Viella went and made it a patch, I believe he made the original patch. And if he didn't make the original patch, he made the patch we're all using now that lets Mario World use that for doing certain calculations like sprite interactions and stuff. And it greatly reduces lag and opens up a lot of possibilities just because you have basically a CPU free to do whatever the hell you need it to do when it's not doing some of the graphics stuff. Super Sonic Adventure 1, that's true. The save state kill NMI for a frame? I don't know, actually. I'm pretty sure that it does blank the screen during that, so it might actually be killing it for a frame. Superstar and Dreamland? Yeah, that's true. The Kirby games use them too. It's not a very... I think last time I looked, I was surprised at the length of the list, but they weren't all games I was familiar with beyond those two, I think. You can actually see them on Wikipedia. The SNES had a few enhancement chips, but nowhere near as many as the old OG Nintendo. That one has like a ridiculous number of different enhancement chips as companies made their own mappers. And the Genesis didn't really have any. Building mappers was just not a popular pastime for Sega employees. Apparently Sega programmers. This is looking pretty good. This was looking perfectly adequate. I hate being that close to the top of the screen. I might only like beat 2 this evening. I think the Mega Drive had one. I think it had like a mapper. It had some mapper chips, so you could map in more than like 4 megabytes or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, they mostly released their enhancement chips as like different consoles you could latch onto the Genesis. You got your 32X, you got your Sega CD, which are interesting in their own rights, but Holy shit, I got through with a hit. Alright. Imagine if it rained thwomps in real life. I do not want to imagine that. Though there was a children's book that effectively explored the same premise, which was eventually made into a movie that was nothing like the children's book outside of the basic premise, called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where food would fall from the sky, and eventually giant food started falling from the sky like pancakes that would cover the entire schoolhouse. I don't think the movie... I think the movie took a lot of licenses with that license. Come on. Well, see, the thing is, the food from the skies was great until it started raining things that nobody wanted to eat. Like split pea soup every day. Or fish. That was one of the days that things went bad, is they had a day that was just like all fish. And they pointed out that the cats were very excited about this, but most people were just kind of annoyed that the fish was stuck. They were stuck with this fish just kind of like rotting in the street. And there was also a pun in there that I greatly appreciate now that I'm older. They had a topless restaurant, which in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs meant that the restaurant itself had no roof. Because why would you have a roof in a restaurant in a place where it rains food? Of course, now I know better what that means. Always appreciate when they sneak a little bit of adult humor. Or humor at all. Not of the silly kind. Into children's books when you have to read them. Do I hate fish? I don't really care for whitefish. Like, give me salmon. I'll eat cooked salmon. Personally, I think I prefer sushi over most fish. And whenever I get like a white fish that's cooked with a fancy sauce, I'm like, man, this would have been just as good with chicken. Probably better. So, I just find it disappointing. I wish I liked it, because I like the idea of fishing. But yeah, if it's not salmon, go home. It's raining thwomps, hallelujah, it's raining thwomps. Whoa! It was so close to being good. Head right. Always head right. Salmonella. Can you catch mono from the monorail? No. Sorry, you have selected no. I do like the fish emoji, don't get me wrong. So for the message box stuff, at one point, I wasn't carefully filtering out certain things. And so Fiskbit was using the fish emoji to have fish show up. And I pointed out that it wasn't actually intentional, it just happened to be the case that the fish emoji happened to share... I don't know why I thought I could go there. Happened to share one of the bytes of the fish encoding for SMW. It was a strange little coincidence. Parody of Umbrella for Womps, or for food. I could see it. I don't think I've ever heard more than the chorus of that song. Not the kind of music I listen to. Okay, it's that one. There we go. And remember... Okay. Gotta be further down. Really, I should never jump. That was a terrible decision. Ugh. Okay. I feel like if I can get to the Magic Koopa room with a hit, I'll be doing well. Oh, Sam and Ella. Okay, I see now. Sometimes it takes me a little longer than I should to put a couple together. Alright. I think I need some water. Got a tickle in my throat. I am really ready for a level that does not involve things falling on my head. I even knew that jump was bad before I made it. Love the McDonald's fish sandwich. Wish it rained those. I don't know, that's kind of like what the point of that book was. I imagine the actual point of the book is to try and demonstrate to children that getting the same food every day, even if it's food you like, would probably be unpleasant. But as an adult, you know, if I still want tacos every day, I get tacos every day, so maybe it doesn't matter that much as a general moral. Not to mention that the way the dude drew pancakes for that book was fantastic. Really tasty looking pancakes. Though I did learn recently, just within the last year or so, that apparently flapjacks, which are basically a synonym for pancakes over here in the United States, mean something different in the UK. Which is strange to me. There we go, finally. Another shot at this. They didn't put so much sauce on it? I thought that was kind of the point with fish, though, is you always want it to, like, drown in tartar sauce or something. Not you specifically, but just, in general, just the nature of fish sandwiches. Then again, it's just not something I do. Like I said, I don't care for white fish, even if it's fried. Love the tartar, personally. I do find it strange that tartar sauce and steak tartare are not remotely related. Like, you would never put tartar sauce on steak tartare, apparently. But word history-wise, you'd expect them to be some sort of overlap. Which do I learn what a bum bag is? I'm pretty sure a bum bag is a fanny pack over here, because the word fanny is quite scandalous on the other side of the pond. What was my plan there? Correct. Yes, I win. I win nothing, of course. I win the no prize. Because actually what I win is more frickin' thwomps. I've been at this so long I've actually forgotten. Oh, it's called Swiss Hotel. I was like, I forgot what the level's name is. I'm pretty sure I've been at this for like an hour and a half. Ow. Yeah, I think if I don't get this within another, like, 15 minutes, I might just move on to the next one in the interest of not taking forever. Come back to this one in a bit. Because honestly, it's the amount of time that every obstacle takes. I'm certain this one could be done a lot quicker, but I'm just not very good at it. My thwomp management skills are subpar. Not to mention, like, the sort of disappointing bit where, like, if you came in and did this straight from the start, you had a little extra advantage of that extra mushroom you do not have a chance to get again. Unless you want to restart from the beginning, which I've done in Kaizo sometimes, where I've like been like, if I get this advantage, I'm taking it. I was always afraid of this one jump in Quickie World 2, so I always took the hard route that would get you into the secret, because then you wouldn't have to make that one shell jump. Not sure it actually saved me time and effort. Alright, here we go. There's like a rhythm to this. I just don't get it yet. Ah. Have you tried avoiding thwomps? I'm not sure yet, Max. I'm not sure yet. I think I've avoided a few thwomps, but not nearly enough thwomps. So many thwomps. Very much the oops, all thwomps of levels. That's the first time I've actually been hit by the descent of a thwomp in this. Really wish I could bolt through those. Most things in this game you can kill by hitting through a coin block. But I imagine these thwomps are not implemented as actual thwomp sprites in that way. They're just giant hurt boxes, which do not interfere with anything. I think in some ways I'd mind this less if it was the very first room, because then I just have gotten it over with. Alright, there we go. All the way to the right. Okay. Like, some levels I feel like I eventually develop some level of consistency for most sections, but for this, I don't think I am. thought it was this other thwomp. It's like there is a cadence, and I can't tell if it changes or I'm just not noticing it right. But this is definitely the sort of thing that I'm just not good at paying attention to. How much of this is actually taken from Swiss Hotel? Like, aside from the background? And maybe, like, the first bit? Because I can't imagine, like, the actual Swiss Hotel level looks like this. I really doubt they, like, plagiarized it, but it's one of those things where if you're doing an homage, I suppose I should at least know at least a little bit about the source material. Not to say I'm going to bust out whatever VLDC Swiss Hotel is from and actually play it, so much as, like, go look it up on, like, Xander's site or something. Music, tile set, okay. I suppose that makes sense. The tile set's pretty simple. I wonder if it was ripped or they just decided to make some... Oh, wait, no, it's VLDC, so they couldn't. These must be components from other bits of the game. Though the rules for VLDC have always somewhat confounded me. I always assumed that VLDC would be the equivalent of OLDC. Which it is not. Like, you can use the resources, you can remix them sort of under these rules that are not intuitively obvious to me that they're vanilla, but it probably gives people a lot more leeway in making interesting levels, so it's probably sensible. There we go. This gimmick is similar to Morsel's jump half level. Did he have falling thwomps? I thought he had rising fire was his gimmick. Maybe I'm thinking of a different level he did. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped, I should have ran. Like, I vaguely remember liking that level, I think. But I think he also used the same gimmick in not Dracula's Castle, like a little bit later. Like, not very much later. I still like the name, not Dracula's Castle. Like, most castles are not Dracula's Castle. But that one is specifically not Dracula's Castle. I should have gotten hit there. Somehow I didn't. Okay, this sucks. Like, oh, come on. Well, I almost understand the cadence. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Oh, I know what to do there now. Okay. Because if it's just a matter of, like, staggering to watch the previous one fall a little bit. I think. Sub Soulby Minder, how you doing? Apologize for not being as talkative as I'd like to be right now, but this level has got its hooks in me. Damn, I had plenty of space to the left. I don't know why I went that way. Soulby Minor, sorry. I read that really quick out of the corner of my eye while trying to do things. Don't remember the hack you made. I'm going to be honest, I don't. As a moderator, I play a lot of hacks. You need to refresh my memory. Like, I don't want to be rude, but like, quite literally, I've played some 100-odd hacks if you include level design stuff and everything within the last couple of years. I have played so many hacks. There we go. Mario Mix, yes! That was recent. Why do I keep running into that thwomp? There's no reason to run into that thwomp. Wait, what? Oh, the cadence changed. Yeah, I think I remember that one. 'Cause that was like just last month I played that. Okay. I'm currently trying to beat this very questionable level. I think I've come to the conclusion that I don't care for thwomps constantly falling on my head. It's one of those concepts that took me a long time to come around to, but I think it's something I truly believe in. They're not like raindrops that keep falling on my head. So that way... Oh, I'm way out. I'm one off. Missed cycle. I discovered I just can't talk during that section. Alright, 1 sec. Hands kind of hurt. Need a short handbrake. I'm gonna refresh my memory. The hell? What the hell did I mean by that? Oh, and that, yeah, okay, it was that one. Oh, thanks for following, man. Usually it pops up in SMW, which is kind of cool, but not today, because this is SA1. Kind of debating whether or not I want to boot it back into non-SA1, or boot it back up and attach my my tech and see what happens. But I've been at this for long enough. In the event that it crashes, it's very much a yeah, so what? Thanks for the host, Max. It's always good when people remember that there's freebies there. One more short handbrake thing. There we go. At least the track's good. Kind of makes me want to play more Mega Man. It's been too long since I've played any Mega Man. It also reminds me I probably should rework those the follow or the alert texts for Miku. I see you found the button. I'm actually kind of proud of that TGS. I wrote a non-trivial amount of it, but not the voice. The voice is actually a legit copy of Hatsune Miku, the Vocaloid, best known for her work with Domino's Pizza. That's one of the, that actually is what I named one of my streams. It's like Waifu Hunter app feat Hatsune Miku. To be fair, any Neptunia game can best be called a Waifu Hunter app. Just comes with the territory. I swear that they fall in different patterns. Sometimes. Oh, my fingers. I've got blisters on my fingers! Strangely, it's usually my right hand, the middle finger on my right hand, that gets unhappy when I play hard Mario levels, but today it's the, it's actually it's my middle finger on my left hand. Oh, it was off a cycle. This one. It's like knight's moves in chess. Wait, why didn't it start? It didn't start snaking. Like that, right there. That was way closer than they usually are. Yeah, I just gotta do this the way I have. Nope, that's not the way. I hate that room so much. Okay. Don't start without standing on the correct thing. I probably should read that in its entirety because it's probably useful information. Probably something I actually knew. We've learned that I can't talk and effectively do this room, despite my best efforts. Don't start when standing on the creating game block. Yeah. I think every time I've gone to that room prior, I just was always going a lot faster to the right. I just, like, stopped for some reason. Maybe an attempt to do something different. Oh, what's up, Blue Ribbon? Oh, God. I'm going to ask questions and things in a minute. But right now, this part kills me. Okay, I'm gonna wait for 2. Oh, no, that was not the right time to go. Shit. Alright. Oh, Blue and Alice raid. Oh, damn, that's a lot of people. What's up, Chimichanga, Undead Blackbird, Mysidia, of course, Blue Ribbon. Oh, Task Agent. I see y'all. What were you up to, Blue and Alice? What's up, D the 4th? And nice try loading LR Morton. No, you can't do the right stuff right now. So, I guess I should explain what's going on here. This is QLDC Lite, the 72-hour variant of QLDC, which usually was held over a couple weeks, few weeks, 6 weeks, some number of weeks. But instead this was done over 72 hours. And I am one of the judges for said levels. And I'm presently trying to beat this level where thwomps fall on my head for like 2 hours. That's what's going on here. Usually I've got like some more tech stuff rigged up, but not right now because this uses SA1. Everyone loves SA1. It's one of the best enhancement chips of all time. So saith Kanye West. But I'm also really bad at focusing on that. Alice rated you were following up and brought him over. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the raid. I was playing a Zelda 1 rando. Oh, nice. Went well. So just classic Zelda 1 rando, Not Z1, M1. Yeah, those look fun if you actually like and know the original Zelda, but I do not. I know about the original Zelda, a lot about it, because if you're friends with Fistbit in real life, you will eventually learn a lot about the internals of Zelda. But I've never actually played it for more than a few minutes. I guess I did actually, you know what, I did play Outlands for a few minutes once. That was strange. One of those, it came on, I had it on the SD card sort of situations. Going in random order, do you have a list of levels you played so far? Are you curious if I've hit yours? Well, as long as you don't tell me if I hit yours, I can give you the current set. Let's see, I should add 26 to the set so that I don't miss it. Here is the current set, not sorted. There you go, Blackbird. Use Z1 M1 program to create it has really great options, but only do Z1 because I don't know Metroid at all. Oh, I didn't know it could actually do that. That's kind of cool. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I am friends with the Fistbit in real life. I've known him for a few years. We went to college together. Worked at the same company for a bit. He used to live not too far away from me, but he moved way out of the city. He also values his privacy, so I'm not going to tell you much more about his real life stuff. I don't know what that... What? Yeah, that's my TTS. I have Hatsune Miku as my TTS. I put it on as a gag prior April Fool's Day, and then decided to keep it because I liked it. Did you know if you put a hot dog in a flashlight, nothing happens? That's true. I can't argue with that. Haven't played your level. Maybe you should finish it or start playing it. Yep, that's what that is. She's not very good at English, but she tries her best. The transliteration stuff was some of the more irritating stuff to get working right. Continuing to add to the ridiculous number of random services and random bits of code I've written. The transliteration stuff is done in Java on a Raspberry Pi over to my left, which means absolutely nothing because you can't see me gesture with my head. But Miku actually talks on the computer to my right, saves it to a file, but the problem is that the Vocaloid stuff only works in 32-bit, and I wanted to summon it from Python. So I actually had to go install 32-bit Python in addition to 64-bit Python a while ago. So all in all, I've got like 3 extra servers running to make this work, in addition to all of the other random stuff. I think I'm up to like 12 Python processes that are involved at various parts of this whole thing. It's gotten to be a bit ridiculous, I'm going to be honest. I probably should try and consolidate a few, but then have the problem of everything else uses 64-bit Python. So... I mean, she technically is. She's just talking transliterated English in Japanese. But technically kind of is a different language, and it's often very difficult to understand. I've thought about using other providers, but I think if I ever did decide to go much more in on text-to-speech stuff, I'd probably do something similar to TAS agents, text-to-TAS stuff, because that's actually a lot cooler. Do the night moves. Ah, dang it. Wound up with Python packaging being even worse than it already is. Kind of. I swear, people like you and TAS doing all this crazy stuff. Wizardry integration, always fascinating to listen to, because you have no clue what you're listening about. Yeah. It's okay you were thinking Japanese. I mean, it's an awful lot of fun. I mean, that's the part of the hobby that I enjoy quite a bit. I think there's some modules I spent more time making than actually playing games with. For instance, my Link to the Past stuff. I played Link to the Past, like 2 years and change ago. Rigged it up so that I had in-game messages, and could change characters on the fly, like change the character sprites. So if I was playing as, say, Link, and you're like, no, I want you to be Malo the cat, you could do that. I think it took me longer to write all of that nonsense than it actually did to play the game. That was good, perfect timing, too. My plan wasn't a good one. But anyway, I've been stuck in this Swiss hotel for about 2 hours now. I keep thinking I'm getting really close to the end, but I'm not very good at the coin room. The other rooms I have a decent chance at, but the coin room isn't my jam. Oh, crap. And sometimes I forget what I'm doing when I get into this room, and then I have to reflow my entire plan. You're going linearly in one direction. Like, the thwomp management isn't that hard. It's where you have to change thwomp directions. And if you don't do it right, you'll get hit. Which is my standard problem. There we go. There we go. I don't know why I keep trying to duck. It's very much a Mario Maker habit, which I never really developed that much in Mario Maker. Alright, this room, so I'm going to be quiet for a second. Nope. You know what? I'm going to stay on the bottom until the Magic Koopa carves me more space. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to try to jump up. Either way, this has reminded me of, like, my least favorite level out of all the random QLDC ones I played from the full list, because I didn't play all of them. I kind of played a bunch of random ones, and then I wandered off. I played a couple of request ones. But one which was literally a room full of invisible blocks and Magic Koopas. And it was like, man, it took you, like, 3 minutes to make this. And it's going to take everybody else hours to beat this. I'm not going to say length of time spent building something is necessarily indicative of quality, but it often is. This device might be killing chat. I swear Shoujo's the only person who likes those levels. It amazes me there is someone who loves those kinds of levels. Yeah, I think Kamek World was the name of that one. Like it said, this was inspired by a specific Super Mario Maker 2 world. That's what I remember from that. I, of course, didn't actually beat it conventionally. I turned on chat hacks, put on, like, Always Cape or something, and just sort of cheesed my way through it, because I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I can work with this. I thought that was the second one. Alright. No, actually, I didn't think I looked up what the creator was. But one of those things that I do if I do make a video out of something... Oh no, I would have had the creator's name in there, wouldn't I? Because I think... Ah, dang it. Ampersand did a really good job of having all that data cataloged after the fact. And so I probably did that. No, I probably didn't. It might have just been in the names, in the file names. I think I eventually did take that and make it into something. I've been meaning to actually... Yeah, more tech stuff, more friggin' tech stuff. I'm gonna say this is definitely Morsel meets Super Kamek World. Last we saw they're working on a full SMW hack of it with different gimmicks for each level, so it's incredibly cursed. Oh my. Definitely reminiscent of Morsel stuff. Apparently there's a gimmick that uses this in, like, Jump Half that was one of his levels, but I don't think I remember that level. It's been too long. So hi, Destar the Voyik. Yargabin, I don't know what that language is. But thank you for the hello. I kind of want to ask, is that like a variant? Is that like a... Based on the lettering, I would guess it's some sort of, like, Nordic language, but I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Yes! Fun fact about Miku, I think she actually takes the amount of time to say the thing before having the file saved to disk. Unless she explodes. Oh no, I bet the... Oh, that's something annoying. I bet the Java process ran out of heap again. Last time I ran into that, it was during a stream, and I didn't end up fixing it. Or figuring out what the bug was. I don't recall leaking anything, and it's Java, for fuck's sake. It's hard to leak things in Java unless you make circular references, and I don't think I was. But I think Java even handles circular references, so I have no idea where I'm leaking memory. Because it doesn't use a reference counter. No one... I guess some people still use reference counters, but they have to be at least a little more clever these days. Alright. Really quick, let's see if I can fix this. What's the thing to make it reattach? Attach to section. Reattach R, okay. You can tell how often I do this. No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, no, it didn't. That was the other one above. Oh, crap. I wonder what caused that. Let me check the other set of logs. I'm actually confused. You absolutely can leak memory in Java, especially if you've got anything off heap like Netty's allocation, native allocations. I believe that. Off heap? Always nice to cause some Zolik. I looked that up. That is a weird word. Right, really quick. Debugging, of course. Live debugging is always fun. Where would this file be? The file would be here. This is the Python 32. Because I'm lazy and just left it in that directory, so I'd get the proper thing. I want voice. Sure this is working properly. No, that's not the right one. There we go. It's easy for me to forget where I left these. There's so many of them. Okay, that's working. Alright, I'm gonna crash this and try it again. Really would suspect the Japanese wouldn't crash her, but you never know. Well, that worked. Try this. See if it crashes. Yep, I think that crashes. And it doesn't even give me a stack. Lovely. Alright, well, that's something I gotta fix later. Sorry, Max. Katakana is not working for some reason, and I don't know why. Put that on the list of things to fix tomorrow. The list grows forever larger. It does remind me I should put that Java thing in some sort of loop so that it just continuously runs. Tries to, at least. Or find a better transliterator. I'll be honest, having an in-process transliterator would probably be a smart thing. Especially because right now, the way it works, it doesn't handle plus signs. I guess I could fix. Yeah, I got a lazy fix for that. I guess that would just work. Right, I have to go and do a larger crossover transition there. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're back to this room. Holy fucking shit. There's more? Oh, I guess actually, yeah, there's a Swiss Hotel inspiration there. Alright, whew. It's like hitting H. One other thing to do here, really quick. Someone may notice what I did. Other people will not. Mario Wix was not your first hack. You're not joking. Oh, sorry. I was unaware of that. I just assumed based upon how certain things were working in that it was your first hack, and that I didn't see you had another published one. Oh, I understand now. Ah, crap. Well, actually, the instructions are working okay. It was private? Okay. Well, that would do it then. In that case, the ignorance is not bad. Oh god, I just realized the other thing to read there. I'm just gonna read it. Also, perceived leak in Java is if you're promoting objects into old gen and effectively always holding a reference to them, GC will just promote them and be unable to ever free them. This is the tours if you want to fragmenting the old gen and then wind up needing to take a very long STW and stop the world in order to try and defrag memory or otherwise coming up, even if you have free memory. Okay. What did I do? I turned off the reset reward. I don't want to go through that room again. I usually let my bot manage all the rewards. It tends to be better because then I don't mess up. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble hitting that, of all things. This is cribbed like straight from Swiss Hotel, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure this section is very close to what the elevator part of Swiss Hotel is. Woo! Considering Mario Wix is discontinuous total garbage, mostly vanilla with some custom levels, so it's not really good. Alright. Do you get your redeemed points back? Yeah, I'll get them back to you in a bit. Part of the problem is right now that there's too many things in the redemption queue, and it takes me forever to get to the end. Isn't Nordic, it's a language family separate from any language I've ever heard of. It has significant commonalities in Korean and Japanese. Oh, okay. I made my guess off of one word. I'm okay with my guess being wrong. Interesting. So where is that spoken? I've never heard of this. Oh, no matter there. Ever played a Yoshi player patch? Is that one that does something more akin to Yoshi's Island style player physics? Because if so, then the answer is yes. I moderated a hack that had some problems a couple years ago. That's part of the problem is I've moderated so many hacks that a lot of them run together now if I don't have to look it up. I need external memory for that kind of thing. How was it? I mean, it had its moments. It turned out to be broken and I had to reject it. I think I found a way to like soft lock myself above the stage. Something like that. But again, this happened in like 2019. So it's something I think can be really cool, messing with player physics. I definitely think that there's good ways to do it and not great ways to do it. Like, some people really love the wall kick ASM, and I'm going to be honest, I find it to be not interesting for the most part. Like, most people don't do anything with it that really the level design that lends to it. The best user of it that I can point to is Bandicoot, who pretty much just uses it for secrets. Gives you a good way to get upward to find secret pipes and stuff, which is fine, but I did actually play that one, yes, the Mega Man one. There's literally a Mega Man in SMW patch, in case you really want to play as the Blue Bomber and shoot lemons at Koopas and stuff. But yeah, I did play Sakari too. Well, the original Sakari as well. Sakari World is fantastic. If you haven't played Sakari World and play Super Mario World stuff, you should play Sakari World. Eevee's been working on a sequel for a very long time. He's been a couple C3s. But yeah, Mario into Mega Man is definitely a hack that would not be approved in this day and age, because it's literally what it says on the tin. It doesn't change the game in any substantial way aside from patching in the Blue Bomber. They spoken on Twitch? A language only spoken in a small village in North California. Huh. Interesting. Is it a conlang? Like Esperanto or Chaotic? Or several of the other ones that I don't know what they are, because the people who do those puzzles in the Mystery Hunt, it does what it says badly. That's also true. That's a comment. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, pretty much every year for the Mystery Hunt, this thing where there's just a bunch of puzzles, there usually comes out a conlang puzzle or two, and the sort of perennial language, which has gone through several revisions for this, is Chaotic, which is a language that was initially designed to, I believe, describe flags, but has subsequently evolved to have proper grammar and sentence structure. One year they had this entire dialogue, or monologue, that described a game of Clue. And there was one line in there that was fantastic when translated into English. It was something along the lines of, he was a red shirt and the world is a red shirt killer. To describe something about Mr. Body, I believe. Or the universe is a red shirt killer, that is it. That's it. He was a red shirt and the universe is a red shirt killer. But there's just a couple of people on my team who are so excited about those, and I am so not excited about those that I don't work on them basically ever. The way it was created was closer to reconstruction than fresh creation. Interesting. The new attacks are nice, but it gets boring after a while due to the vanilla graphics. He has a style, he sticks with him. I don't really mind it. Like, I've moderated a couple of Bandicoot hacks, and, you know, for the length they are, I find that they're pretty pleasant. And I appreciate the sheer amount of secrets he manages to cram into those things. Like, every level has a moon, pretty much. Everyone has 5, usually pretty well-placed dragon coins. Well, this is a new... I need to get over there. That's a record. TV right there. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't play too many Mario things if I'm not moderating them outside of doing, like, judging stuff. One of those things I kind of like to get back to doing, but the queue is humongous, and the judging is going to take a while, as indicated by this level, apparently. It never friggin' ends. Like, I can only think of, like, a couple times in recent history where I'm like, oh, the queue's empty, I guess I'll do something. I think I ended up playing a Plumber for All Seasons, which is fantastic and you should play if you play Mario ROM hacks that aren't Kaizo all the time. It's just really well made. I think following the coins may be a good idea. Oh, when my link's Twitter is misspelled as Tweeter? I think I did that on purpose. I think I thought it was funny at the time. But yeah, I have a Twitter account. I don't really post things too often, unless I think they're kind of funny. I try to keep my signal-to-noise ratio very, very high. Low. Whichever the direction is good. But it's not something I use too much. Except to announce when chat X happens, I guess. Basically, it's more akin to how people used to use Twitter, where they do like RSS feeds of interesting things, but I don't end up retweeting or writing too many interesting things. I think you might be right, Max, that the coin following could in fact be a really good way to go. Bang kill. That's not the current mode right now, so you can actually see the commands that you have access to by doing exclamation point or bang, which is the word I'm probably going to say from now on in the stream. Commands, exclamation point or bang commands. So kill is not one of them. Kill is reserved for me. It's one of my moderation tools, surprisingly. It's really convenient to be able to kill Mario if you're in a soft lock, to prevent losing progress in other ways. Just because I remember doing it before I started doing that. There were a couple hacks I played. There was one in particular that I ended up remoderating. Dude ended up renaming it and making it into a full hack. But I got soft locked on a boss and reset my console and lost like 3 levels of progress and was very, not very, but somewhat unhappy with it. So, exclamation point or bang commands, yep. Well, we live in the era of hashtags. People should know what a bang is versus whatever. It all comes from Perl anyway. A language that I don't actually know how to program in. I don't think I've even ever tried to use Perl. I've never felt the need to. It's a very good, like, glue language for when Bash doesn't quite suffice. And in general, I just use Python for that sort of stuff. Pretty much all of the random code stuff I've written for this is in Python too. Which is true in both senses of as well and the language that is known as Python 2. Don't care so much for Python 3 for doing hacking stuff just because of the byte string dichotomy. Nice for text processing, but you'll avoid it for anything else. Yeah, it's basically a really nice regex engine. If you accept that premise, then it's a really, really convenient language for a few small things. Though initially, like, it was really good because it was one of the few ways to be able to run stuff on shared instances. Like, you get yourself a little handle of a server, and you could run like Python, or not Python, you could run Perl on it and do like silly web things. But that entire market basically got displaced with PHP eventually. Is that? Please tell me that's the end. Oh my god. Remember again, defeating a boss does not destroy other sprites. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Reznor, manager. You know, it's just a Reznor. It's not even a fancy Reznor. It's just a regular old Reznor. And I died. Passcode Columbus. Wait, what am I doing? Was that 1492, I believe? One of the meme year numbers. I needed a 4-digit passcode, and I was like, I probably shouldn't use my ATM pin. So I chose the other meme number, 1776. There's probably other good ones, but I just don't know. Unbelievable. You know, actually, now that you say it, it really wouldn't surprise me if this was made by someone on Team Dix. It just feels... What am I doing? It's just a Reznor fight. Wow. Nice try. Fun trivia, since we're talking coding stuff. All Twitch rewards at this point are actually implemented as exclamation point commands that allow people to... Oh crap, I'm on the wrong side of this buoy. Wait. No! Speedy Catbot, you're not TASBot. Nope. Sadbot's still running, by the way. I haven't turned him off. One of those things I actually quite enjoy doing occasionally is taking Speedy Catbot to other people's channels and having her do stuff. And yes, apparently my bots are gendered. I hadn't considered that, but Speedy Cat, the medic cat, is female, so. Whereas Sadbot is a piece of ad software, so it doesn't actually matter. Maybe it's like boats. Like certain things you just have to name one way or the other. Yep, see, there's Sadbot, in case you want something that's almost like TASBot, but not entirely. It's a bit like, not T. Nutramatic. Oh, come on. You know, maybe I just need to go fast. At some point, I need to come up with a better way to handle that. Because right now, it was polluting over the bus too much. I think what I probably should do is have like some sort of persistent marker that knows which thing is currently displaying which ad. Like add a tag so that it knows. But going to be honest, my ad network is probably not the place where I should invest my time in coding. My not even real ad network. It'll get brought back for something. There is more advergaming to be done at some point. In fact, for the stream on April 1st, I was considering DOS stuff instead of Xbox 360 stuff. Which, can go either way on it. There's more adver stuff for DOS and Windows just because it was a lot easier to code for, I think. I'm gonna go right in the drink. Yep. Though there are some really unique ones, like the Lost Island of Alana, the Cherry Coke Mist ripoff. Because when I think Cherry Coke, I think islands that don't have very many things on them. Just realized your username has been changed for all of Peccator.net. Yep. I don't know if I remember mentioning that, but I said I wrote the code to do that, which is true. I wrote the code to do the name changing stuff, but subsequently forgot to actually push it. And I didn't end up making any substantial changes to that website since, like, November. And I just realized while I was working on the ad stuff that I had missed pulling that and putting it in production. So, mea culpa on that one. There we go. All it took was not dying. What a fucking level. Alright. This is number 26, I believe. Yep, 26. B0. We're gonna enjoy the overworld music for a few minutes since we've been listening to the same Mega Man track for 2.5 hours. Anyway, I need to type words since I'm doing judging. I still wonder if it'd be possible to listen to the keystrokes and actually reproduce the text I've written. Anyway, I have written some words. I feel like I'm pushing my luck, but we're gonna roll the dice one more time. Not dying is usually a pretty good way to win. Yep. There was actually an attack that attempted to do that with reasonable success. Interesting. You have to have one hell of a key to differentiate between tap and tap. Well, I think it's more along the lines of what set of keystrokes do people type quickly in succession, would be my guess. I seem to recall something about like a balloon and a laser, and you could kind of do this, but don't quote me on it. Clearly what I should do is use an on-screen keyboard. Oh lord. I have never liked using on-screen keyboards. They're just so clunky.